Hello adventurers, in the last episode of our Baldur's Gate 3 series, we took a step back from the action and got to know our party on a much deeper level. Astarion revealed his vampiric curse, Wyll confessed the terms of his infernal pact, and Shadowheart's unwavering devotion to Shah began to shine through. With the Sword Coast fully explored, we're ready to push forward, but with so many secrets out in the open, can this party hold together when the pressure rises? While I was sorting my inventory, I noticed that I had these two items, a head and a shaft of a broken spear, so I thought I'd try to combine them to see what that gives us. Hey, we got an item. And we got inspiration, nice. So it just gives us a... what is this thing? It's a spear that basically lets you blind the target, nice, that's pretty cool. Not sure what I have any use for that, or who can possibly use that, but we'll leave it for now. We're gonna start this episode off by having a chat to Halsin. Maybe he's got something for us to do on the Sword Coast before we head off.
Oakfather's blessings to you.
I have to ask, how do you know so much about the parasite?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
How will the grove fare without you?
Hopefully. I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. I sent a bird to summon her.
What about the others? Wrath, perhaps?
Wrath has promise, but he's not ready yet. The grove needs experience and a strong hand. The grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the grove in my absence.
Very shrewd of you.
Contrary to how some think of us, we druids can play politics when necessary.
Why do you want to go to Moonrise Towers?
Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection.
Seems like you feel responsible for this Shadow Curse somehow.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Do you know how the Shadow Curse can be stopped?
Perhaps, but we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Is that why you went with Aradin? You thought he might find this route to Moonrise?
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. One of those who died had a clue that was supposed to help us find the hidden entrance to the Underdark. A dwarf called Brian, I believe. Though there's no guarantee that the goblins left him recognizable.
How are you faring out here at the camp?
Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books, but I can find all the wisdom they contain out here firsthand.
Well, if there's anything I can do for you to make you less comfortable, let me know. That's funny. Well, if there's anything I can do to make you less comfortable, let me know.
I'm sure something will come to me, given time.
Kind of been easy surrendering your title. Won't you miss being the first druid?
Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature and forces you to deal with others' problems and personalities. Be wary of anyone who actually wants such a role, I say. Likely they don't understand it, or they have ill intent. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oak Father's creations.
Ah, the joys of leadership. I know how you feel, Holson. Didn't seem to give us any journal updates. If you're enjoying the video and you want to support Data Engineer Plays, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, feel free to share them in the comments section. Alright, let's have a chat to Gale, because he's like one of the last people, and he looked like he's having a little bit of a struggle at the moment, and we've got plenty of magical artifacts to give him.
Wyll got off lightly. The wrath of the hells is second only to the wrath of the heavens. Having a devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Never a dull day, is there?
Now, I don't really care about Gale that much because I am also a wizard, so it doesn't seem like he's going to be very much used in our party, but I think we should help him out.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Alright, which magical artifact can I give him? No, I can't donate any of these.
Perhaps I'm not conveying the urgency of the situation. It's incredibly, world-shatteringly important you give me a suitable artifact. Please. I said you don't quite appreciate...
I'm gonna go and grab something that we probably won't use, and then we'll just give it to him. I don't know how many of these magical artifacts I have to keep giving him. Oh, by the way, since his Caravan Strongbox quest is finished, because we opened the Caravan Strongbox, I'm gonna leave it here. I want to see if it stays in our camp, and then it can just be like a second storage chest for us. I've also done a lot of sorting with my storage chest. I've been putting all our stuff in these bags. So this one's got all our offensive materials, like bombs and such. And this one's got all of our various potions and such. So if we need a potion, we can just look in there. So let's find a magical artifact. These are the ones that I'm not currently using. They're worth so much money too. What is color spray? Blinds a creature up to a combined 33 hit points, 1 turn. It sounds pretty cool and useful, but it's an action. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything we're definitely not going to use. This is like a +1 weapon that gives Fairy Fire. We love that. We might actually give that to Shadowheart just to hold, because we're testing a new weapon at the moment. Oh, all these look freaking useful. Staff of Crones, maybe? Yeah, it's alright. We'll just give him Staff of Crones then. He seems alright now. Does he really need a magical artifact?
What's on your mind? Apart from finding... That is most gratifying to hear.
Where is it? Why can't I give it Staff of Crones? Weird. Okay. Apparently I can't give him Staff of Crones for some weird reason. I'm gonna have to just give him Ring of Color Spray or the Water Sparkers. Alright, fine. You can have this ring. You better get something out of this.
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
No, he's got something for us. Go on, you're amongst friends.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. And from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time she became my muse. And later even my lover.
Are you telling me you made love to a goddess?
Oh yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
That's as tantamount to heresy as a wizard can come.
Perhaps. But enticements beyond the perimeters of mortality are powerful motivators. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
I'm intrigued. Tell me all.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
I must admit, that all sounds like a tempting proposition.
I don't discredit my reasoning. Alas, that my execution was rather less sound. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And God says it ever hungry.
How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
You will die.
Rather worse, actually. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Probably don't want you in the camp when that happens, if that happens. By rights, I should kill you.
Perhaps that is what I deserve. But you deserve no such thing. To kill me is to unleash the orb. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Oh, I'm so tempted to let him go. But, I mean, I'm kind of curious about his story. Come this far together and we'll continue on together. That is how it will be.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
You're lucky I'm a nice guy, Gale. You're lucky I'm a nice guy. Alright, let's have a look at our journal for Wizard of Waterdeep. He just told us about some stuff. I don't think we have anything to do here on this map, and neither do we for Halcyon. So I guess the only thing left to do is get Lae'zel back on our team, and then we'll head to the creche. These dreams linger in my memory. Do you think that strange figure will come back?
It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still.
A greater master? Who or what could that be?
A question that burns in my belly day and night. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed to unite them. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach others.
About your quarrel with Shadowheart.
It is over where I am concerned.
That's a relief. We won't survive if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
You look so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these parts.
I expect I am your first.
I know of Githyanki, but I've never met one.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
You just tried to crack onto us not 2 episodes ago. Come on now, it's not that large.
Decadent then, lacking in economy, like so much of this world and its undisciplined people.
Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
That sounds awful. How are you so calm?
Because I do not intend to let this happen. Not to me, and if you stick with me, not to you. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
You're worried we haven't changed. This is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
Have you thought about making use of the tadpole's powers?
Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
Again, we're not going to force anyone to do this, so let's talk about something else.
Gladly.
I'd like you to join me.
Make space and my might is yours.
Have her take place with trade places with Wyll. And we were going to give her an item, so let's open up our party. Now she's wielding this, which is already a +1 great axe, but it doesn't do anything. This one has even slightly more damage, and then it gives you Tears Protection. Or gives her the ability to cast Tears Protection. It's a bonus action, protects a creature from attacks, increases its armor class by 2. Until a long rest. But she doesn't have a spell slot to cast this, right? This is more like a paladin's weapon, but it still has more damage. Can she just cast this without a spell slot? Is it just a cantrip? So if I get that to cast on Shadowheart, for example. Get over here, Shadowheart. Let's get out of this camp. I don't think I need a rest. Let's head over to the Blighted Village. So we get Lae'zel to cast her spell.
I do so very like spicy food.
On Shadowheart. She gets Shield of Fate. But only while Lae'zel is concentrating, right? And I'm guessing it doesn't stack with her own Shield of Faith. But now she can cast Shield of Faith on, like, Lae'zel, for example. They can concentrate on each other and give each other armor class. Alright, that's fine. It's still a great sword, either way. So let's lead with Shadowheart. We were meant to check out this spider well, so let's go ahead and clear it out and kill that spider with 100 health. Now I'll climb up this cragged rock. I'm gonna find this spider. Where did it go? I believe it was around here, but we have to walk through the webs, which is a little bit dangerous. Ah, here they are. There she is. Look at that. Big phase spider matriarch. AC of 16, which is pretty high. It's got poison immunity, so no point using any poison spells on it, but otherwise we should just be able to take it. So let's just... Oh. It sees us, kind of. I'm gonna ungroup everyone. We'd like Shadowheart to get a little bit closer. Then we'd probably just want Astarion, like, around here. And then we'd want... Lae'zel can take on this side, and Depp can stay on this side. Then we can get Astarion to engage with a sneak attack. Oh, it's so far away. What if we wait for it to come out here, and then we sneak attack it? Can't have disadvantage against target. We can try to sneak attack some of these ones down here. Because we know they're going to get into combat, right? Okay. Apparently we can't engage with sneak attack for some reason. So let's try something else. We'll get Depth to engage then. And I think we'll just unleash a giant chromatic orb. 88% chance with advantage. And we use Luck of the Far Realms to do a bunch of damage right at the start. And we've gotten the spider down to 99 health. And Depp needs to try to get the heck out of there.
On my way.
Oh, now we're in webbed. Fantastic. Alright, Depp's in a lot of trouble. Let's try to save him. We'll get Lae'zel to do maybe a jump across to the other side. Try not to get in-webbed. Nice. Oh, now we're in-webbed. This is a really, really annoying fight because I'm pretty much immobile throughout the whole thing. Maybe we can shoot. 30% chance. Or can we dash? We don't need to dash. We're not in combat yet. That's alright, we'll just keep slowly moving over there until she saves herself from in-webbed. While we're not in combat, it's kind of okay. Can we get Shadowheart a bit over there as well? She's not in combat either, so we can just move freely for now. We just get her to keep jumping, we're kind of okay, right? It's gonna take a while to get over there just because of the constant in-webbing. Now we're gonna get Shadowheart to whack this thing. It's surprised, so it can't really do anything against us. Now Shadowheart is in combat. Nice. Now let's get Lae'zel into combat as well. So we get precision attack going. And then we can do... They don't have attacks, so we're just going to do maneuvering attacks. This is probably the best engage that we're going to get on this guy. 96% with advantage. 16 damage. Let's action surge. Let's get a lacerate on it. Nice, 10 damage. We can even get a pommel strike and daze it. Nice, it's dazed as well.
Where do I go from here?
Now, depth, you can't move, but you can cast a bonus spell, which is nothing. We can Misty Step out of there, but probably not right now.
My faith will protect me.
Before we end our turn, we've still got Astarion to deal with. Now, can you sneak attack this thing? Too far. Now, can you sneak attack it? Still too far. We're gonna have to get Astarion to sit on these webs, which kind of sucks. But you can sneak attack it, so let's go. 70% chance, so I can't activate his other ability. Missed! Damn it. Oh, we got Vampire Bite now, check that out, that's awesome. It can heal itself. The new ability. So we'll try to hide on these webs, it seems like it's okay.
Can't afford to let...
You're all good. Alright, all these spiders are surprised, so they can't really do anything on their first turn. Oh, it jumped away. Ethereal jump. And it summoned... Oh, it's hatching a bunch of eggs. That's not good. Alright. We're gonna have to do as much damage to it as possible. So let's unleash all our level 2 spells. This would be a nice time to potentially unleash something fiery. Are these guys weak to anything? No, they're just resistant to poison. A fire chromatic orb would be really nice to hit all of these guys. So let's give that a go. Nice. Killed all the spiders and hit the other thing. Now, it's a little bit hard for me to get anywhere to do any damage to anything at the moment. I'm gonna have to try to get off this spider web. Try a dash. Maybe from here I can hit one of these spiders, maybe? Damn. I have to be like right on the edge. Unfortunately, we'll have to dash again, but that's fine. Oh, I didn't use cunning action dash. I'm an idiot. Alright, that's fine.
Ready.
I made a mistake. Now I need you to dash over. What if we jump down? How do we get down? I can't get down. That's a bit annoying. I guess we'll just have to Sacred Flame from up here. It didn't do anything. I'd really like to jump down there somehow. Now we'll just end your turn here.
I am death.
And we'll get Lae'zel to go down and maybe attack this spider. Because I can't get to the main queen at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. I guess we'll just shoot at it. She's not good at shooting, but that's fine. There's nothing else I can do. Alright, let's see what these guys do. They're just jumping around. They're going to try to hit Shadow, which is great. And hit Lae'zel, which is not so great. And the boss spider has done what now? She's cast something or other. And she's come and attacked Depp, out of all people. Now, Depp can Misty Step away, which is fine. Whose turn is it first? Can Lae'zel do anything? Lae'zel can only come down here, and she still doesn't have enough movement to do anything. Astarion, you should now be in range of shooting this thing, no?
This will do nice.
Let's get Astarion over to the webs. Okay, you're in webbed, fair enough. I can't sneak attack it because I'm immobile. I can't attack it at all because I'm immobile. Yep. Okay. This is super annoying.
If this is worth it.
If I Misty Step, is that an action? No, it's a bonus action, but it takes a spell slot too. So we're just going to get out of there because we don't want to be in melee range of that thing. Then, my last spell slot too, probably Chromatic Orb is the most damage we can do. 60% seems very low, so I'm going to go with something more guaranteed, like a Magic Missiles. Less damage, but at least it's all guaranteed. 33% health, or 33 health, I should say.
Let's end this.
Now, Shadow, if you run into the webs, you're just going to get in-webbed, right? Oh, God. Just such an annoying area to fight in.
Onward.
Yep, of course you're in-webbed. If I go Radiance of the Dawn, does that hit these two at least? Oh, screw it, let's just Radiance these guys. I really wanted to Radiance of the Dawn her, but I can't move. It's terrible.
We'll ascend.
I might as well try a ranged attack on this one. Maybe it'll kill it. 4 damage, sure. And then we're just at their mercy, basically, but they should be fine. If they keep hitting Shadow hard, I'm okay with that. They keep hitting and then leaving, which is, I mean, it's smart on their part, but... yeah, it's going to go after Dep. Ow, that does a lot of damage. Dep is in a lot of trouble. It's on 9 health. Dep's basically going to have to solo this thing. We can't get away from it. We can use... didn't we have an ability with our stuff or something that can topple the thing? It's a bonus action, right? No, that's a full action. Jeez. And if I don't topple it, then I'm in a lot of trouble. Yeah, definitely not happening. If I leave, I provoke an attack of opportunity, so I might just heal myself with a potion of greater healing. That way I can tank it. But that doesn't solve my problem of the fact that it is really far away from my entire party. How's my entire party going to get to this spider? Whatever.
Can you feel death?
We'll solve these problems one at a time. Can I shoot this guy? 94% chance with advantage to take on that one. 88% chance with advantage to shoot at that one. I think I'll take that one. 14 damage, very good. We can cunning action dash, maybe? We'll save you for later. Let's do Shadowheart next. Maybe you can get out of these webs and go help Dep. 60% chance to hit it. 50% chance for Sacred Flame. Let's just whack it. Nice. And it heals myself, which is great. Can we heal Dep from back here? No.
Still on my feet.
Alright, it's just Dep now. Do Lae'zel first, because she's down here trying to fight this thing. This thing keeps running away. Like, I literally cannot catch up to it and hit it. Lae'zel's just going to have to keep running and shooting. Maybe it'll hit it eventually. Nope, obviously not.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Alright, it's just you now. And from melee range, the only thing you can really do that's like damage... oh, you can't even do any damage. We can run and attack, provoke it for an attack of opportunity, but that just seems silly, so we'll just tank it, I guess. And then we'll have to get a couple of cunning action dashes ready to get you over next turn to maybe attack, maybe. But to get through this web seems almost impossible. Can we maybe like jump? You can only like jump. Can't really jump across the webs. Should have got those bloody webbed feet thing. Yep, there you go. It's in webbed. We'll just hide, I guess. Even failed to hide. Great. Yeah, see, it attacks and then it runs off. And then there's nothing I can do about it. Alright. This thing, I think it just attacks me. We're just gonna have to do as much damage as we can to it. I don't think anyone can help.
Be quick.
Because we just walk through this web and then we just get in-webbed. Oh, nice. He made it out. We're still not within range to sneak attack it. Yeah, now we're immobile again. God, what is this fight, and how do I do this better next time? Shadowheart.
I'm ready.
There's nothing you can do either. You just walk as much as you can over there, I guess. Nothing you can do from here. Can you Sacred Flame that one? No. Thing's on 2 health and it's just kiting the crap out of Lae'zel. Like, Lae'zel just cannot get to it. I just need to do 2 damage to this stupid thing. If I do a maneuvering attack range, that's at least 55% chance. Maybe we can kill it. Nice, we got rid of 1, thank God. Now, can we get up to save Thingo? No, we can't. Alright, Depp, you're on your own. You're just gonna have to melee down this guy. Torment. 21 health, sure.
I miss this.
You're in web, you can't do anything. You're in web, you can't do anything. Should have kept Depp in. Oh, ouch. Depp is down. That's fine. At least it'll go hit somebody else now.
Step quick.
Are you in sneak attack range now? Nice. So we try to hide here.
Ready or no?
Nope. Try again.
My way.
Nope. It's got very... My stealth is like not high enough. I'll just shoot at it. We missed. Great. Shadowheart can't do anything, so I guess we'll just try to dash closer.
Got to press on.
This is good.
Can't get you further back. And you're just completely useless because you can't get anywhere.
My path be true.
I knew this would just be a very, very annoying fight. And you can't climb up. Fine. We can't do anything. We just gotta let this spider make sure I can do its thing. Alright, fine. It came over to fight Lae'zel. Lae'zel's on 2 health. Alright, Lae'zel, can you take it out? Is this thing gonna wipe my team just like 1 person at a time? Can't disarming attack, but we can do maneuvering attacks. 70% chance. Boom. It's on 4 health. Surely we can take it out. We'll heal ourselves. Not that it'll matter, I don't think.
Let's spill some blood.
You guys can't do anything, literally. I guess you can go and try to revive Deb. Enwebbed. Okay.
Focused. Heading there.
I don't think I need to... Oh, we'll give it a healing word. Ranged heal. Can Depp go over there now and do something, is the question. Depp doesn't even have a turn, but you can move, right? You can get closer. Alright, he's probably going to take down... Yeah, I knew she would do that. Alright, Depp, can you go over there and please, please just finish it off. It's on 4 health. Depp literally needs to do 1 damage to this thing. 70% chance. Is there something more guaranteed? There we go. Let's just guarantee this kill. There we go. And then can head down and go revive ourselves. And we'll probably take a long rest after this because we used every single spell slot in the world. You're okay, Lae'zel. You're okay. It's okay. What did we get from that? The Poisoner's Robes. Poison Trails. When the wearer casts a spell that deals poison damage, deal an additional bunch of poison damage. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I don't have any spells that do poison damage. Well, I do, but... Oh, the chromatic orb poison would be so good now. This saving thing is annoying. What am I wearing currently? Nothing. Grants resistance to cold damage. Alright, let's get Poisoner's Robe on. That looks so cool though. Look at that. It's got like webs and stuff on it. Nice. Let's group them all up and let's take all their stuff. Is there anything over here? There's a dark amethyst over here, whatever that is.
Lead the way.
We're gonna very, very slowly make our way over there.
Don't mind if I do.
What is a dark amethyst? Just a gem that's worth some money. I don't know, maybe we can combine it with something one day. Should we explore the rest of this cave? It looks like a little bit of a section down there. Ah, there's a waypoint here. What? Why do we want to be down here? Whispering Depths.
What's inside?
I'm honestly not spotting anything else useful in here. So I guess we'll just move on with our lives. Let's head back to the Blighted Village and then let's head up to the creche. We do need a full rest before we start battling the people in the creche because we already know they're really, really strong. So just quickly head to camp and do a long rest. Someone wants to speak to me. Alright, it's Gale again. Please don't tell me you need more artifacts. We get it, Gale. You banged a goddess. What do you want? Is that Maestra I see in the palm of your hands? An ambitious spell indeed.
Oh. My, you startled me. It's miles away.
Care to tell me why you were conjuring an image of the goddess?
Just pondering what I lost. Mystra commands all magic. Salvation, if such a thing exists, is hers to bestow or withhold. And yet even now, more than I fear losing my own self and soul, I fear losing my command of her art. Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like music, poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Is it the same for you?
It's different for me. Not quite so intense.
Perhaps I can show you what I mean by reaching into the weave together.
Okay.
Then follow my lead.
Oh, wait. Is this a romance thing?
Now you.
Arcana. Imitate the gesture as slowly and precisely as you can. I think we automatically get this with our +3 and everything.
You feel something strange, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran Mistraril Kantrak Eo.
Okay, let's do that.
Suddenly, the scent of rose water and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony, as true as you can.
Recede into the calm center of your mind, just like you were taught at the academy. Are we gonna get addicted to the weave as well?
You see, or is it sense, the unmistakable presence of Mystra, the Lady of Mysteries. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss, then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace.
Oh god, this is a
You
thing,
are
isn't it?
safe. You are nestled in the cup of Mystra's hand.
Look at that. We're channeling the weave. How does it feel?
No, I think this is like... I feel like it's a good time to call it a night. It's getting a little bit too
Evaporates.
intimate.
And as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
I think this might have been the romance line with Gale, and we definitely don't want to walk that line. I thought it would maybe give me some powerful magic or something, but yeah. Anyway, back to resting.
Better not be cursed.
Still full rest. Nothing happened this night for once. And let's get out of here. My game is super glitched. Like, I cannot leave camp. I don't know why. It's so weird. Alright, Shadowheart wants to talk. Let's have a chat.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important.
Well, now I'm intrigued. Do continue.
I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. Twice over, in fact. You supported me against Lae'zel. I may not have survived that night without you. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a dark justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a dark justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
Alright. Let's continue on up north, and we will go and battle those people we did in episode 3 or something.
Got to press on.
Where we got completely decimated by them, but now we're a lot stronger since we're level 4 this time and we have a proper tank and some decent damage. We'll see if we can take them on this time. There really needs to be a waypoint right here at the Risen Road, not like up here. So far away. I think it was around here somewhere. What is this place? We haven't explored this place before. Wowkin's Rest.
So it is spoken, and so is it done.
No harm in a little conversation.
He of the unsleeping eyes, grant me the might to carry this burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear.
Baldur looks like he wasn't cut out to be a flaming fist.
Only a coward would speak ill of the fallen. Would that the arrow had pierced your heart instead.
What the hell's happened here?
A massacre. Drow and goblins slaughtered the lot. Please, just leave me be.
Okay. Is there something for me to loot here? There's a bunch of dead drows. I'll just take all their stuff. Wait, we don't want to loot this guy because it looks like it's red. They might get angry at us.
I hear shouting. Someone needs help.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and
Excellent armor.
beyond. Teach us
Strange
care
place to
when we
find
would
it.
be- Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Not for communal use, it seems.
Oh.
Best
Whoops.
show some respect. Or some more cunning.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond.
There's a bunch of dead stuff over here. What are these guys doing? They're trying to get into this door.
Could be inside. Don't just stand there. Push.
What happened to this place?
goblins and drow happened. Now push, damn it!
I don't have much strength on this character. Let's get Lae'zel in, because Lae'zel has all the strength.
Grand Duke Ravengard could be inside. Don't
Push.
just stand there. Push.
Get guidance as well. We just need to roll a 10. We've got +4 on strength, so as long as we don't roll something completely ridiculous. Go Lae'zel. This is my heart. Go Lae'zel just goes up and kicks it. Done.
Inside, hurry. We don't have much time.
This is not the quest that I was going to do, but sure. Get Shadowheart up front. We should cast our spells. Hold on. I think we're going to get into some combat. So let's get you to cast your guidance. Wait, where's my spell? Here we go. We'll get you to cast it on Shadowheart. And we'll get Shadowheart to cast it on you. Well, Shadowheart is now free to cast Bless.
No time to waste.
Rescue the Grand Duke. Alright, this is like a rescue quest. Let's have a read of our journal. Blade of the Frontiers. That's not it. Rescue the Grand Duke. Moonrise Towers is a popular location, at least for the Cult of the Absolute. Press the Grand Duke was taken there too. Is this going into the next section of something? I don't know. Do we go up?
That door feels like a furnace. Best be careful opening it.
I'm trapped.
There she is. Broken door. How do we open it?
Stop wasting time.
You're in my way.
Not now.
Have a look around. Can we just shoot at it?
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could.
You can firebolt the door. Firebolt the door again.
Come. I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Assume nothing. On I go.
She went downstairs. Let's follow her. I'm blinded from the smoke. Better get out of here before this whole building collapses on our party.
Fresh air. At last. Your boldness is a blessing. I'm in your debt. Counselor, are you all right? It takes more than mere fire to break me, Eva. Now listen close, Fist. Duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Gauntlet, report to the man and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke. On your command, Counselor. The rest of you, count the dead. Take word of their sacrifice to this city. And you, I must ask again for your aid. Please, rescue Ravengard from his drow captors. The Council will reward you for your effort. May I trust you'll see it through?
Sure, I'll take the side quest. The Absolute's cult is based in Moonrise Towers. That's where they'll have taken the Duke.
Moonrise Towers, along the old road. That place is cursed. Few could survive there, unless darker forces are at work. This was no random attack. The Grand Duke was their target.
I'll search for Duke Ravengard.
Thank you. And should your courage falter, remember the Duke's generosity. Approach the towers with care. The land itself has been swallowed in shadow. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist, to work.
Cool, we get a reward. We learned that the Grand Duke was captured by the drow and taken westwards. Oh, we can get a nice bow. But it's not a plus bow. It's a long bow. Is he proficient with longbows? Yeah, he is, because he's got that feat, right? We do need a better longbow. This has 2 more damage, which is great. When the wielder deals damage using these weapons, they gain 2 lightning charges. I don't know what lightning charges do. Otherwise, we can get a trident, or we can get a quarterstaff for depth. I think I like a bow. Now you've got a decent bow, which is great. Read our journal. So we agreed to look for the Grand Duke. We got to head to Moonrise Towers. Fantastic. This has something to do with Wyll's quest. So I guess it's all linked. I don't think there's anything else here. So I guess we'll just head out. Continue with our main quest. Now this is where the Githyanki patrols. Oh nice, we got a new waypoint, which is fantastic. Check up here while we're here. Alright, this is where we encountered this person. And down there is where we got ambushed. And couldn't talk our way out of the situation.
Hold up before they see you, Gresham.
Whatever you just called me, I didn't like the sound of it. Watch your tongue.
Got more important things to watch than my harassing tongue. Look. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. I doubt a fight against them would go your way.
Seems like you have good survival instincts. Maybe you should join me instead. Who is this
What?
person?
Just follow you around. I go my own way. Alone.
Who are you?
Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around.
Alright. This time she didn't attack us. Last time she attacked us.
I'm getting out of here.
Oh, we can't get past this encounter.
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Oh no. Well, we better run. Oh no.
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
Now we already know these people want the artifact.
I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A creche must be near. Come, my kin await.
Let's go. She's just gonna go down there. Can we position a little bit better? Alright, Astarion, you get up behind this rock. Dep, can we get you somewhere safe? Because last time you got absolutely wrecked. Oh, nope.
My time is short.
Shh.
We've seen this, so we're going to skip through a lot of this.
I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
We know we can't talk our way out of this. I will be speaking on her behalf. Yes.
Stay back.
Now, child, your pet means to speak. Tell me, pet. Why shouldn't I run you through this instant?
Okay. Insight. You would have done so already if you didn't want something from me first. It's all 10. Shadowheart, help us out here. No, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna use our inspo.
Yes, but I don't need you to be drawing breath in order to take it.
At once. Attack her!
No, immediately into combat. Alright, well I don't think I can avoid combat with this guy, so... We're just gonna fight these people and then maybe the creche won't be all angry at us. But we're ready this time. We've got Shadowheart, we've got everyone, so let's just go for it. Everyone's in combat. Alright, let's see, whose turn is it? It's your turn first. You are in combat. Can we hide? Yes, we can. And then let's see what we're fighting against. 32, 32, 53, 59, 36. Lae'zel's on our team, sorry. So we've got 4 guys. One of them's really, really strong. So let's try to take out some of these 32 dudes first. We're going to sneak attack. Now at 88%, should we try using our all-in? Now we get 64% advantage, and yeah. Should we risk it for an extra 10 damage? We lose 20% chance, she might just miss. Damn it. Yeah, this all-in thing is not great right now. Alright, we'll just hide. Ow. Missile snaring. Yes, nice. We got discovered over here as well. This is not a good start. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, Lae'zel is getting really hurt and action surged and nearly dead. And then this guy disappeared. What? Okay, Lae'zel might just die immediately. Yep. Should have saved before I did this. Alright, Dep's turn. Dep needs to do some serious damage over here. 55 plus 3. The person that's casting this is gone. Let's take out this person first. So we go Chromatic Orb Poison now. We can do additional damage. Do these guys have any weakness at all? They're human, so I guess they don't have any particular weakness. So let's just lay on as much damage as we can. Let's do a Poison Orb. Or not, maybe. We'll just do Thunder, because Thunder's the most damage, and then we can use our thingy ability. It didn't give me the option to use my ability. Weird. Now we need to get you sort of out of here somewhere.
Another step forward.
Is this like high ground? Astarion's being held. Fine. Alright, we need to get Shadowheart into the fight. So we're going to get up here. So maybe they'll attack Shadowheart. And we're definitely going to use some ability. Damn, can't hit this one, but that's fine. Still didn't break Hold Person, but we killed this one. We can Cure Wounds and bring Lae'zel up. I mean, sorry, Healing Word, which is what it's used for. And now Lae'zel kind of needs to heal herself, definitely. We should get into melee range with her if we can. Just to give her disadvantage, because she's a ranged dude. But we can't really do anything right now, so we'll just end our turn. Yep, can't hit me. Fine. She ranged attacked me from melee with so much damage. But we get attack of opportunity and did 14 damage, which is fantastic. Now, we got to take out this one. It's got 46 health, so we should probably do something big on it. Let's try our new Poison Orb. Is this an AoE? It is an AoE area. We'll just do it on level 1, so we don't waste all our level 2 spell slots on this. Saved Simple Toxin. That didn't do anything. Great. Terrible. Where's my attack of opportunity? There it is. Ow. Ow. Okay, that all hurt a lot. Didn't get Arcane Ward or anything. Alright, Lae'zel, you are in a lot of trouble, so let's get you to start murdering this person. Get Superiority die. Don't really need Disarming Attack, but we'll just do it anyway. There we go, 18 damage, and I have a feeling we can kill it with an Action Surge. So if we just attack it, how much damage does a regular attack do? 7 to 17. Don't do 7. Nice. Oh, we leveled up. Alright, can you move up anymore? You can. Great.
Concentrate.
It's just you now. We can whack it. Or we can do something like Burning Hands. 11 damage. Very good. Can bonus action heal you. Nice. Alright. Now, you're last. Can't get down that way. Can't get out this way. Can we just hide?
The subtle approach.
Hide again? Nope, that's not happening. We're just gonna have to sneak attack it. Well, all in is not helping us out a lot here. Why is my action bar for him really weird now? I don't like this. We can sneak attack because it's in melee range of someone else, so we'll take 15 damage, sure. Ah, here's the invisible dude. Oh, he's still here. Ow. Okay, I forgot there's another dude here. That's alright. We've still got plenty of spells over here. I reckon we firebolt it. 1, 2... we'll just make sure we kill this one. Now we get Luck of the Far Realms. Do not react. Oh god, should have reacted. Ow. We're in a lot of trouble now. Whose turn is it first? Lae'zel. No, Lae'zel can't do anything. Let's bonus action. Wait, we can do a rank 2 healing word on Lae'zel. Get her up. And then we need to kill this one. 5 damage. What's a guaranteed 5 damage I can do? Burning Hands. 1 to 6 damage. I think that will guarantee the kill. I don't want to hit Astarion, but 18 damage. Okay, that was a little bit intense, but sure. Let's get you into melee range of this guy so you can stop being hit. And since you have no more ability to do anything, we're gonna just end your turn. And then Lae'zel, you're gonna have to just do something. We're gonna use up all your superiority dice because we know you might just die here. Oh, I don't have an action, never mind. We'll just use this. Ready to parry all the time. Can we hide here? How do I get my bar back to normal?
Time for a new approach.
Okay, let's sneak attack it. 84% chance. Let's go for it. 16 damage, nice. And we'll hide again.
Now they see me.
See how much damage this guy can do. Yep, you can down Lae'zel again, and then you can try to hit Shadow, but that's not happening for you. He found him. Alright, that's fine. He still's got 37 health, so let's not dilly-dally too much. I'm gonna take it out with this fire. We'll use luck. There we go. It's almost dead. 8 health.
Let's finish this.
You can finish it off. I can use Burning Hands again. Is there an easier way for me to finish it off without using all my spell slots? We're gonna have to use everything anyway, so let's just Burning Hands again. Rank 2. Take it out. There we go. Awesome. Didn't mean to go up there. That's fine. Let's get Shadowheart to get you up. And then we might need to long rest everyone, but we will level them up as well. Let's group everyone up and let's just level them all up now. I'll just short rest them just in case anything happens. Get everyone back to full health.
Let's get on with it. No time for
and then we'll see what level 5 brings for everyone. Start with Shadow. Got a lot more health. Wow, 43, amazing. We get spell slot 3, nice. Destroy undead. When you successfully turn an undead creature, also takes... Oh, nice. We've got to make sure if we're fighting undead that we use turn undead. In terms of spells, we get to choose a bunch of spells. Light Domain, we get Fireball or Daylight. That sounds useful. Fireball sounds more useful though. How do I select Fireball? Do I just get both? Why is it all... I don't understand what's happening. Do I get Fireball? Anyway, in terms of prepared spells, we get a level 3 spell. I think we're going to go for Revivify. Just in case people die. What did I just undo? Healing Word? Definitely not. You can get rid of Aid. And then Mass Healing Word sounds very useful. Don't need Remove Curse. Spirit Guardians. That sounds really cool. Any other spells we're not really using that often? I think we're going to keep the rest of our spells. So we'll keep that as our Cleric. Next, what does Depth gain? 2 more spells, okay. Nothing useful at level 5. But we get spell slot. Did we get spell slot 3? We got 2 spell slot 3s. Alright, let's take out some massive damage spells. Let me see what's good. I feel like I really need to get shield. It's long overdue. I think fireball is basically the big spell that we want, right? Yeah, I'll take fireball. Lae'zel gets an extra attack. Amazing. And you get Misty Step. What? Amazing. I wish I can get Misty Step on like everybody. What do you get as a level 5 rogue? Uncanny Dodge. Not very useful. Can we add a class instead? I'm thinking Ranger, because it's got the abilities that we need for more damage. True Strike. Find Familiar. Favored Enemy. I don't feel like any of these are particularly useful, but I mean, the ability to cast True Strike is probably the best. We'll take Urban Tracker for proficiency in Sleight of Hand. Otherwise, we can get Beast Tamer, where we can summon an animal. That kind of is probably more useful than anything else. And in terms of our abilities, we can take Survival +1. Or we can take something more useful like Investigation. Alright, we'll start leveling up his Ranger abilities. I think at level 2 and stuff we get Gloomstalker or something. That'll be super handy for it. Because level 5 Rogue is not particularly useful right now. See if we got anything good from any of these corpses. Ooh, a crossbow. A +1 crossbow. I don't think anyone can use that though. I feel like we'd rather just have other stuff. I'm encumbered. What did I pick up that made me encumbered? Yeah, Dep, carry something. These swords must be like really heavy or something. What is in my pack? Is it the gold? No. Very heavy great axe. Okay. All of these items must just be really heavy. Elaborate slate. Not sure what that does. Githyanki greatsword. Holy moly, look at this thing. When wielded by a Githyanki, this weapon deals an additional 1 to 4 psychic damage. I mean, that sounds just great for you. Githyanki crossbow. I'm gonna take all of these.
Magical energy courses through the slate, then to Lae'zel. A mystical map glows before Lae'zel, revealing a Githyanki refuge beyond the mountain pass. The slate also reveals the Githyanki's purpose. They are combing the Sword Coast in search of a polyhedric relic of great importance to their queen.
Zorru did not lie. I will soon reach a Githyanki creche. I must hurry forth. Purification is at hand.
Now I kind of want to go through Mountain Pass, but I said I would go through somewhere else. I don't know what that means in terms of the storyline. But let's get this Githyanki greatsword on her. It's 8 to 21 damage. It's better than this sword that I'm using. And we've got this Githyanki crossbow as well, which I guess is better than whatever I'm using. It's a two-handed crossbow. It doesn't do anything. It's just a +1 crossbow, but these are pretty big upgrades for Lae'zel. She's already wearing Githyanki half-plate, so none of this armor is useful. Another Githyanki longsword. Well, a longsword, I mean. That's fine. We'll take these. We obviously can't get through this bridge. But we can go through the mountain pass, and that will get to the creche. So I'm very tempted to go through there. You're still encumbered. What is encumbering you? I need to like spread out these weapons or something. Is it the half plate? I don't understand what is so heavy that I'm carrying. A lot of camp supplies. Sure. These scale mails and... okay, these armor things are like really heavy. We'll like distribute the weight a little bit. There we go. Now no one's encumbered. But pretty cool. We got some upgrades. We got some levels. And we are ready to take the mountain pass. I believe the mountain passes this way. And we've reached level 5, so we are ready for even more difficult combat, which I think is a great place to be for going into Act 2. I'm assuming this is going to take us into Act 2. Let's just double check. You're about to progress your adventure. Make sure you tie up any loose ends before advancing. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let's go back to camp. And we'll have a quick chat to everybody, and then we'll wrap up here. And next episode, we will start Act 2, I guess.
That contraption's a hot ticket item. Might not be our last scrap for its sake.
Doesn't look like anyone has anything to say to us.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador.
You said he was your master.
My old master. Before the mind flayers took me from him. Before this strange, twisted freedom. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
Tormentor? What did he do?
He had me go out into Baldur's Gate to fetch him the most beautiful souls I could find. It was a fun little ritual of his. I'd bring them back, and he'd ask if I wanted to dine with him. And if I said yes, he'd serve me a dead, putrid rat. Of course, if I said no, he'd have me flayed. Hard to say which was worse.
Jeez. Quite a sob story, but what's your point?
My point is simple. The mind flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
I'll watch your back, don't worry.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
Alright, who else do we need to talk to? Let's talk to Lae'zel. She's probably got some stuff to say about what just happened.
Quickly.
About the dragon rider we met.
Damn it all! I required your silence, and you made me a mockery. A Kithrak demanded my head. I should have given him yours. Bah! This is a distraction. The Kithrak deserves the whole of my scorn. How dare he speak my queen's name? How dare he dishonor her child?
Calm yourself. Save your anger for the queen's enemies. Friend? Easy.
Yes. Judicious counsel. And vexing given the source. I am a child of Gith. I will abide by protocol and seek the creche Gustil, as Vlaakith has taught. And then I will skewer the heretic with his own silver sword. A creche is near, that much is certain. We follow the path forward and seek signs of Githyanki settlers. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Okay.
Speak.
Anything else? Have you thought about making use of the tadpole spell? We've already done that. Don't think Holston has anything for us to say. Kind of been easy surrendering your title. Yeah, we've already done that. Let's have a chat to Wyll, because we did a little bit of his storyline just before.
Furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest. Then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Older Ravengard's been taken.
Yes, drow set fire to the inn and stole away with the Duke.
Then we need to seek him out and get him to safety. You see, Grand Duke Ravengard is my father.
Oh, plot twist.
I know I haven't said. Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him.
Guess we gotta go rescue Will's father. Curious, I've heard Duke Ravengard's son left the city.
You heard right. My father and I were close once upon a time, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate. I can't tell you more. The pact forbids it. My lips are quite literally sealed. He made me an exile. That said, I'm not about to let him suffer at the hands of his captors.
What do you think the drow will want with your father?
I've been asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
You shouldn't keep secrets like this from me, Wyll.
I know. And you're right. My story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Wyll Ravengard, a memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
Fair enough. Alright, that's pretty much everyone. Let's have a quick chat with Gale.
Githyanki patrolling these wilds is an unexpected surprise. Whatever they seek, they'll not hesitate to kill us if we stand in their way.
I was wondering, that condition of yours, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone. An eruption the size of Waterdeep, I think my exact words were.
Fair enough. Do you have much experience in being a teacher of magic? I suspect so.
I've had a pupil or two, but never for very long. Their ineptitudes tend to irk me.
Tell me about it.
You do seem to be a precocious talent, though. I can always tell when I meet a keen mind, receptive to Mystra. Keep it up, and she might just take a personal interest in you one of these days.
I wouldn't want that. I was wondering about this mighty lord you told me about in your story. Carsus, I assume.
The very same. Carsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistril, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Carsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistril sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistril, the end of Carsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Carsus's folly.
Praise be that Mistril was reborn as Maestra.
Quite so. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Carsus. Not to destroy Mystra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
If you ever felt the Netherese magic overtaking you, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death,
alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
What do you think of having a vampire in our camp?
I know what it is to hunger. And I know what it takes to keep that hunger under control. He's done that so far, despite his condition. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, that's it for Gale. I think the only last person I need to talk to is Shadow, who's all the way back here.
It seems the Githyanki are keen to reclaim the artifact I carry. I can't afford that to happen. In fact, none of us can. That thing is shielding us somehow. I don't want to know what happens if we lose it.
Let us not find out. We have enough to contend with already.
Agreed. There's not much we can do but press forward.
I want to talk about what's happened to us. I think we've gone through a lot of this stuff. Yeah, alright. Doesn't seem like she's got much to talk about. We'll leave the episode here. Next episode, we're going to pass through the mountain pass and enter Act 2, I guess. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like and sub, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.